What's going on, guys? My name is Chris. Welcome to a Pokemon Showdown video. Alright, I slowed at the beginning so you can get a look at the team preview. Mine's on the top. Notice that I have a Zoroark and a Darmanitan. The first move, he comes in with a Heracross, and I went in with my Darmanitan. Now, I thought he would think I was Scarfed, because usually you won't lead with the Darmanitan unless it's Scarfed. And I thought I was going to bluff him out, but sure enough, he stays in. He must be Scarfed as well. He stays in, hits me with the close combat, destroys my Darmanitan, my single most powerful fighter, in one shot. So, not a good way to lead. So I come into my Machamp, except it's not my Machamp, and it's actually my Zoroark disguised as my Machamp. And he's Scarfed, so I'm going to hit him with the Stab Flamethrower. Super effective, and takes out his threat just as he took out mine. So it's a pretty even exchange at the beginning there. Both of our big heavy hitters were taken out real quick. He comes into his Umbreon. He knows he can wall me, so I go out to my Roserade. He hits me with Foul Play, did a lot more than I thought it would. I think that's a new move. I never saw that back in the old black and white. So maybe I'm wrong, but I don't remember that being out there. So I go ahead and hit him with the Sleep Powder. It's kind of weird. And when I was playing this, I was on the left side, but when it comes into the replay viewer, all my guys are on the right side, so it feels kind of weird watching it from this angle. But he goes out, and he goes into his Zapdos, and I forget what I do here. I believe, okay, I set up Toxic Spikes, but if you look at his team, I mean, he only has 3 things that could even be hit by it, and one of them is already taken out. It's not really all that necessary for me to do that. I had him with the Sludge Bomb. I believe he takes me out here. Oh, actually, he sets up an Agility, so he feels fairly confident that he can wipe me out in the next attack. So I'm assuming it's something fire-based, and sure enough, my assumption was correct because he hits me with a Heat Wave. That does a lot of damage. Pretty much, yeah, I'm dead. So Roserade pretty much did her job, though. Having something around the Sleep Powder would be nice, but it's not that necessary. So I go into my Ambipom. He knows I got the priority, so he wants to avoid the Fake Out. He goes into the one thing that can really take it, like a tank, his Gligar. Great choice. I go for the Fake Out, not to overpredict. You saw what overpredicting happened. You saw what it caused my Darmanitan in the beginning there. So I hit him with the Fake Out. I do a U-turn. It does a little damage. It actually did more to me with my Life Orb, but damage is damage. That thing's pretty bulky. I want all the damage I can get on it. I go down to my Suicune. He puts up a Stealth Rocks. I'm not going to set up or anything yet, but I hit him with a Scald. I was surprised he stayed in. I don't think he really has anything that wants to take a Scald. He misses a Toxic. Now, that didn't really matter because this is a Rest Talk Suicune, so I could just rest, get rid of that, get rid of the status, no problem. I hit him with another Scald as he switches in Umbreon here. Now, I'm going to take this opportunity. I believe I will... Oh, that's right. I'm going to put up a Calm Mind this time. He's still asleep, so it's kind of a big problem for him. Excuse me. So I'm going to go ahead and attack next turn. He's going to switch back into his Zapdos pretty soon here, thinking that I'm going to keep trying to set up and he's going to scare me out with the Stab Lightning attack. But I just go for an attack, and it was pretty good timing because I hit his Zapdos right on the switch. Take it out. Pretty big threat. Especially if he were to set up again, because he set up an Agility. He can rip me a new one. So he goes into his Tornadus. I'm going to stay in because I'm physically defensive, and I got a boost on my Spec D as well. So I'm going to stay in and Scald him. Tornadus got the really, really dangerous Hurricane, really powerful. It's only 70% accurate, but he hits 2 of them here, both on my Suicune. And any thoughts I had about that thing being a bulky sweeper are gone now. But I get rid of his Tornadus, which is pretty big threat on his team. I hate them. I hate them so much. So it's a relief to see him gone. I'm happy to have that. So he goes into his Darmanitan. He feels fairly certain he's going to KO me with a Flare Blitz, even though it's resisted because of my typing. But I mean, he's got Sheer Force. He looks to be Scarfed, but and you'll see that he pretty much guarantee he's Scarfed a little bit later. But I go into my Ambipom. And he knows I got the Fake Out once again. He wants to avoid that because Darmanitan is pretty fragile. It's like kind of like a glass cannon. So he goes into his Gligar. Gligar can wall a Fake Out pretty easily, but then again, at this level of health, he doesn't really have much of a choice. And I'm just going to go take him out with the Pursuit because just in case he wants to switch out to salvage it, he'll get hit. And even if he stays in, as you can see, he's not going to live it. Not at that range of health. So he's going to go back into his Darmanitan knowing he's got He's got the advantage on me here. I gotta switch something out. I want to keep my Ambipom alive. I go into my Machamp, except it's not really my Machamp. It's my Zoroark, because he seems to be the less useful of the two that I have. Even though he's Scarfed, he outspeeds, but I guess maybe I should have kept him. But then again, Umbreon resists my my attacks, so my Machamp seemed a little bit more useful. Now here's a pivotal play of the match, and I'm pretty sure this is what won me the game. He's going to switch out, trying to avoid the priority and preserve his Darmanitan. I know he's going to switch into Umbreon, so I go ahead and switch into my Machamp, predicting this switch. And had I over-predicted here and he just went for a Flare Blitz, I think my Machamp would have ate some shit right here. But I went ahead and made that predicted double not really double switch, but predicted switch on his switch. And this is a Sub Machamp, which is just all sorts of BS. This guy's such an asshole. Probably my favorite Pokemon. But I set up a sub on him. Umbreon's weak against fighting, so this Dynamic Punch is gonna wreck his face. And given the confusion hacks, he actually breaks through it right here and wakes up, but he just goes for a wish. But seeing the amount of damage that I did to his Umbreon, I don't think he's either he doesn't have Protect on this set, or he just knows that it's worthless, and regardless of what he does, Machamp's gonna punch holes through him. So and I'm still behind the sub, so that pretty much spells the end for his Darmanitan as well. As soon as he comes in, he's gonna be able to take out my sub no problem. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is I'm safe behind the sub, and then I'm free to hit him with a Dynamic Punch and absolutely wreck him. Because Darmanitan probably at full health couldn't live that, much less than half with the poison eating away at his health. Anyway, that's the game. It's gonna be a 2-0. Thanks very much to the King of Crits. We had a little chat afterwards, and he led me to his YouTube channel, so I figured I'd give him a shout out. He's got a couple of a handful of Pokemon Showdown vids up there, so go check him out if you want. I'll put a link to his channel in the video description. Sub to him if you guys like to. I went ahead and gave him a sub. He was a pretty cool guy. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.